lots of times. Yeah, man. It's about 2,000 here. I see how dolphins do it. Man, this makes all the sense in the world. Get the trash, blah blah blah. Come here, knock it out. Boom. I see what
they come in the big boy studio and record it, and you can mix it. Like you said, dude mixing on his laptop.
Yeah.
But he got all of what he needed from the big boy studio. So in the future, when we want to do some more sessions with you, Kirk, just let you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know and I'll book it.
real nice, man.
So including the time for here and your fee, what we're looking at in the future.
Usually, I mean, I'm usually 40 an hour, but that's like at my house, you know, so that's kind of like including the studio and me.
Okay.
You know, so I don't want to do that to people and put this studio on top of them, so that's why I said about 50 an hour. And basically I just split that with the studio.
Okay.
And probably in the future, we can do it. It'll be easier for me if you just do two checks, or bring a check for the studio, and then you can do PayPal with me.
Okay.
That way, I don't have to write checks.
Okay.
Because then it messes up sometimes. If like, so now I'm getting income, but then it's not income. So if I don't keep up with it, then I'm paying taxes on stuff that I'm already paying out. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be it.
No, I'm thinking down the lines of 4 block hours sessions.
Yeah, because the longer the session, the better. Because once you get set up, because that can take 30 minutes or even longer or whatever or less. But once you get set up and get in a groove, you can knock out. I'd say
it'd make more sense to do 10-hour session.
Well, it would make or do it. Do 4 hours lunch, 4 hours.
Yeah, right.
Something like that. As long as your voice can last that long,
It's
So,
easy with rap.
but at least a 4-hour session, and if you can do a whole day, then I mean you'd knock out most of an album. And if you were doing an EP, you could definitely knock out an EP in a day. If you were ready, it's like, yeah.
Wow, got the beats. If I ain't get ready, most definitely.
Yeah.
It's a matter of, I was talking about the A roll and the B roll, just putting them together.
Just putting it together, right? Jimi Hendrix used to go to all of his rehearsals with he had this bag filled with these little scraps of paper, and they'd just have all these little phrases on them. And so then they'd be working on music and and he'd just go in his bag and he'd get out pieces of paper and he'd start assembling.
Really?
So like that's like when you say that, so kind of like same thing. Like Bono would like have like a suitcase with like newspaper clippings and like phrases and magazines and stuff that he thought was cool, and then like he would look at the phrases and he'd like start to make them into a song. It's like, so I mean that's kind of like what you're doing. You have all the material. Now you just have to piece it together in a beautiful way. That says something. There it is. All the files should be in there.
And on this second record, I'm trying to tickle their fancy with the flow, because I know ain't nobody around town doing it. Everybody is, straight monotone cookie cutter flow. I'm trying to hit them with some lines and have some space in between and all that. I'm kind of trying to stick to saying my little phrase
at Hope Church.
Jay-Z of Memphis. So I try to make my music fit that.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
And I try to pattern my style in that way because it sets you apart from everybody.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
I had no
yeah, I
problem.
think it'd be cool. Yeah, because I definitely like. I appreciate the Memphis sound in the sense of like the music and the delivery and stuff like that. But like, I think having some southern music with some Jay-Z flow would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just want to look.
And it's some of what's done on that record that I gave you. Well, a lot of it was done because it was kind of, it was organic. None of that was planned.
Yeah.
We got 2 records that we shelved that we were ready to go with, ready to hit the streets with,
Yeah.
and made that. It was just something missing, you know.
That's how it happens, man. Like, cause when you start making stuff, that actually sometimes that makes room for the gold to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it happens. Not
That's
gonna
the
take
song.
this dude's cable. I gotta get
Oh,
one of these.
the little
Yeah,
tip.
he'll be mad at me if I take this. Leave that there.
Sam's where? I said Sam's where? On cover of thing? Oh,
Got that. Got this.
okay.
Cables.
Get some eggs.
No.
So on the second record, I want to make sure you be involved in it, start to finish.
Okay.
So
That's what's up. I would love to.
Cool.
Love to.
I want to make music where people be like, they came from Memphis. Oh, they did the Memphis. Oh yeah, we did.
Memphis on the come up, man.
You got sliced
Yeah,
chicken?
this is on the come up.
I ran into Boo Mitchell at Walmart, and we talked about 10 or 12 minutes. And,
Okay.
Exchanged numbers and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
And I told him that
Get some romaine lettuce.
I'm looking to, doing some recording in the studio, and he was telling me the different prices. They got the big boy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like 150, and then they got the, low end for like $60. And I said, hey,
Yeah.
I wanna,
Yeah.
just for the
Well, Sam's they got it.
purposes of,
And that's with the engineer, 60 with the engineer?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see that's not really bad, man.
When I say that, man, I was like, you Boo Mitchell, because he has a certain look.
Oh
He
yeah, for
has-
sure.
He
Yeah.
has his jewelry on, and he's one of those funk guys.
Yeah,
you can
for
tell
sure.
it, man.
Yep. Yep.
It's written all over him. It's a wrap. I done ran out of battery juice. 2 hours, 20 minutes.
This